Hey, it's Anthony Chansmooth here from Founders Connect, and we help entrepreneurs to grow their businesses online and to create happy marriages and relationships. So I wanted to share with you a tool that I've been using for the last 3 or 4 months since I grabbed myself one of these. It's the Ask Deep Questions um, deck. All right, it's a deck of cards. As you can see, I've got my awesome questions here, and it's all about having conversations that matter. And this really resonates with me and my wife Cindy, because working with couples and specifically entrepreneur couples, those who are in working in a business together and those who aren't, a big part of making a happy relationship is the ability to better communicate with each other. And now, I'll admit that before I ordered a deck of this deck, I thought to myself, well, what if I could just go online and Google a bunch of questions and just write those down in a journal somewhere or on my smartphone app, and a note-taking app, and I would just use those questions when I meet people. And the reality is, I never did it. It's also, it's just not as fun as having a deck of cards in your hand, or like I carry them in my backpack everywhere I go, and just having them easily accessible and be able to pull those out and play a game with people, right? Games are a fun way to engage and to interact, and it's much better than me sitting here reading a smartphone, right? So what I discovered after buying the product was how easy it was just to enter into and initiate a deep conversation with somebody. Okay. And I actually started the first ADQ session I had was with my wife, and we sat in a park. It was actually in Toronto. And we just started asking somebody. We pulled, we started to pull a couple of cards ourselves, and we asked each other these questions. And it was really amazing what we were able to discover about each other in that moment. And this is pretty funny considering that we've been together for a number of years now, and we assume that we know so much about each other, but with these questions, these cards, they were able to I guess create the space for asking different types of questions that we hadn't asked each other before, and that led to conversations and memories, shared memories of experiences that we had never even thought about talking about with each other. So that's just so powerful. And then because it's so portable and easy to use, like I said, I just carry them. They're very light. I just carry them with me in my backpack. And when we were in different cities around the world, like recently we were in Koh Phangan in the south of Thailand, and we went to dinner with someone, our new friend, and I basically, halfway through the dinner, I just put out the card and said, "Hey, why don't we play this game?" And our friend loved it. It was a great way for us to interact and get to know more about each other. And she loved it so much, she went and then shared it with another, like sent the website to another friend of hers who's dealing with some mental health challenges. She thought that would be a good way for that person to really do some introspective work on themselves. So just to summarize all of this, couple of the main benefits that I've experienced are just one, it's so fun and easy, a tool to be able to ask better questions, to get insights from people, to go beyond the surface level conversations of, what do you do? And I just hate that question when I go to networking events. And what I'm doing now is actually just taking these cards with me and using them as my icebreakers. And that's really another benefit there is, why not have better questions to ask when you're meeting new people? Because they will remember you for that, and you're going to be remembered as a person who didn't ask the what do you do question. Okay. Not that that's a bad question to ask. It's just, if you want to go beyond that, these cards really help you do that. So highly recommend that you grab a deck of these and support the campaign, and share them with your friends, and have some Ask Deep Question sessions together, because they are really, really powerful, and a great way to develop relationships. Okay, well, that's it from me, and definitely check them out.